So, friends, my plan for today was to do some of my favorite mobility exercises. And mobility requires a combination of strength and flexibility. I'm going to turn this down a bit. Just feels a bit too loud. So let's get started with mobility for the whole body, keeping us useful, keeping our joints moving, lubricated, working the way they're supposed to. And that's just like a daily exercise in making sure we don't stop. We don't stop our movement. So let's just begin with our shoulder rolls. Inhale and exhale. You're bringing your shoulders up into your ears and back and down. Inhale up and let yourself sigh. Whoa. Inhale up, exhale, sigh. We'll do a couple more. So our class today is going to be influenced by dance, but also by yoga. I don't know in my head where one starts and the other one stops, really. Okay, so I love to do that little shoulder rolling just to let go of everything else that's happening outside the door. Next, I'm moving down to the feet and cracking the toes. And I'm doing this because my toes always hurt. I have bunions. And I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a little snap, crackle, pop happening over here. I've got heel lifting one at a time and bending the knees, and just let your arms swing. And next, moving on to the torso, I'm just going to float my arms around my waistline and allow a slow torso twist. Really, what I'm doing to start off is just getting the joints to begin cooperating. We're here for a whole hour, and I like to start slowly. So you'll see I have a chair beside me. I'm going to hold on to that to do a couple of exercises this morning. Holding on to the back of the chair, I'm lifting my toes and then my heels. So I'm using the chair to give me a little confidence about my balance. I'm lifting with my toes and my heels, waking up the feet. You really want to be able to lift your toes so that you don't trip on things as you're walking. Especially if you're walking outdoors, there's all kinds of little things that come up. I know some of you are away for the winter and you're on hiking trails. And those can be really uneven. Okay, so if you've got your toes and heels starting to warm up, let's go to a modified down dog. And here I'm reaching my arms forward on the back of the chair and pushing my tail back, getting a flat back. And I'm just going to wag the tail a little bit to stretch the lower back. This position is also stretching out your shoulders. I love to rock from foot to foot and just slowly move the hips side to side a bit. Okay, walking back towards the chair. I have my left hand on the back of the chair and I've rolled my shoulders back and down, bringing the chin in. I'm thinking about hip stability next, and I'm bringing my knee up and turning my knee out, bring the foot down to the floor and step on it. Lift, turn out, and bring it down. And here I'm just waking up the buttocks, loosening up the hip, let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And now bringing the chair over to the other side. Standing tall, shoulders back, the tummy's pulled in. We're bringing the left knee up and turning out. Oh my goodness, guys, we haven't used this music in such a long time. Four more. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm getting rid of the chair now. Taking the feet shoulder width apart. Bending the knees a little, pulling the tummy in. I'm sliding one hand down beside my knee and coming up, tilting a little bit like the little teapot from side to side. Really engaging the core and sliding down. I haven't even gotten to my favorite moves yet. I'm just preparing myself for them. Okay, let's take the feet wider apart, turn the toes out, and we'll begin to bend the knees out to the side, and then come up, pulling the tummy in, and tightening the buttocks. Reach up And come on up. You know, if your shoulders are really cranky today, just take your arms out to the side. Come on down in a sunflower. Keep your chin in and your shoulders relaxed. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And now we'll bend the knee from one side slowly over to the other side. We're going to roll our shoulders back. Roll back right and then left. Really just take this at your own pace. I'm really thinking about keeping the knee in alignment over my ankle as I bend from side to side. Sometimes I struggle with that. My knee wants to rock towards the midline. Okay, see if you can take your elbow up a little higher and draw that circle forward and back. And just floating your arm up and around. If that's going okay, reach right up and then back. Reaching up and back. So if this is too much for you today, just go back to one of the little bit easier moves we did previously. We want to mobilize ourselves so that we are strong in our movements, but we also have a good range of movement. You could sit in the splits all day long and still not be able to walk if you're not strong enough. So we like to combine that. Inhaling up, exhaling back. Okay, come back to center. Let's go back to our sunflowers. We did quarter squats to start off. We're going to get a little deeper this time as we are starting to warm up the knees. Exhale, sitting into your sunflower, and inhale, come up. So my intention today was to do all of my favorites, and they're a little bit dancey. You might see this exercise in a ballet class, but you also see it in yoga classes. So now I'm trying to get the butt lower, down between the knees. Still trying to leave the shoulders relaxed and the chin pulled in. 4 more. And I feel heat building in the body. 2, 3, 4. Good. Okay, bring your feet in. Going on to a hamstring stretch. In yoga, we call it forward fold. Inhale, bringing the arms up. Exhale, hands come to the thighs. Then I'm sliding my hands down the legs as I push the tail straight back. And I try to keep a really flat back. And then slowly come back up. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. So I'm just starting by coming halfway. And depending what your back is feeling like, that might be all that you do. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Let's do 4 more of these. Two more. Nice. All right. Feet a little wider than shoulder width and toes turned out. Sitting into your chair, it's like pushing your tail back and coming down to bringing your bottom onto the seat of a chair. And if you're having a struggle with this one today, actually get your chair and sit down and stand up. Exhale. And inhale. I'm just reaching my arms forward as a counterbalance. That helps me a little bit. And I'm trying to get my body nice and low into this. But it takes a while for the knees to get soft and pliable and to get all the fluids moving in your knees. So you might still be just doing quarter squats. Don't feel bad about that. Just do what you can. And you can hear the click, 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 snap, crackle, pop. I can hear all you guys doing snap, crackle, pop out there. Let's do 2 more. All right. So now, I'm taking the feet a little further apart and the feet are parallel. Bending the knee on the right and reaching up on the right. Bending the knee on the left and reaching up on the left. Bending the knee on the right, reaching up on the right. Bending the knee on the left, reaching up on the left. Taking both hands up, bending both knees, coming down. Bringing the hands closer to the floor if you would like, or just to your shins. Stretch the legs a little straighter. Bend the knees. And then roll up to standing. Take your time. So again, you could have your hands on your shins. You don't have to touch the floor. Bend the knee on the right, reach up on the right. Or you could bring your chair back in and put your hands on the seat of your chair. Reach up. Bend right and reach right. Bend left. You can see that lovely curving shape coming right through the body. 2 hands up. Big 5-pointed star. Reach out in every direction. Let's come on down slowly. Bend the knees. And then we bring our hands towards the floor or to our shins. Stretch the legs a little straighter. Bend the knees. And roll up. We're going to keep doing this for a little while longer. Bend your knee on the right. Reach up on the right. We're getting deeper and deeper into our stretch as we feel warmer and more pliable. Two hands up, stretch in every direction. Come on down into a goddess. Hands to the floor, or to your shins, or to the seat of your chair. Stretch your legs a little straighter. Bend your knees. Roll up. Okay, here's the last sequence. Bend right, reach right. Bend left, reach left. Bend right, reach right. So today we're blending together flexibility and strength, getting the body to move all the ways that it can. Coming down, 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 down. Hands to the floor, stretching straighter. Bending the knees a lot. Rolling up. Nice work. Bring your feet in a little closer. A little bit wider than your shoulder width, and your feet are parallel. Let's bend our knees, sit into a chair, a quarter of a squat, a demi-plie if you're thinking about dance. Reach down on the right, bring your left elbow up, reach up. Now let's make a big circle over to the right, down towards the center. Stretch the legs straighter, bend the knees a lot, roll up really slowly. Fix the underwear, I know. Bend both knees, sit into your chair, reach down on the left, elbow up on the left, reach up, oh sorry, this is the right, isn't it? My mouth is broken. Let's do a big circle. Bring the hands down. Stretch the legs a little straighter. Bend the knees. Roll up. Good job. Sit into your chair. Reach down on the right. Elbow up on the left. Reach up on the left. Around in a great big circle. Stretch the legs a little straighter. Relax the back of your neck. Bend your knees a lot. Roll up roll up, roll up slowly. Whew. Bend your knees, sit into your chair. Reach down on the left and up on the right. Reach around in a big circle. Bend your knees a lot. Stretch your legs straighter. Let your head hang. Bend your knees. And roll up. Oh. Okay. Next, with our feet beneath our hips, we'll put the right foot forward and the left foot back. Make sure that the right knee is turning out, or it's in the same direction as the toes. That's really important. And what always happens to me, my knee wants to rock inward. So I have to really think about firming up the outer thigh, pushing the outside edge of my foot into the floor, and then squaring my shoulders to the front. Now you can bring your arms up through the center if you like, or take them out to the sides. Bend the knee in the front, pull in the tummy, pull your elbows back behind you. Open your heart. And then slowly bring your hands down the front leg all the way towards the floor. Roll up. I put my hands on top of my thigh to help me a little bit. Take as much time as you need to take and step forward. Good job. Let's take our left foot back. Sorry, our right foot back. We leave the left foot forward. I said my mouth is broken today. Oh my gosh. Too much wakefulness last night. Okay, we're bringing the shoulders to square toward the front and working to keep the knee on top of the ankle. And then bringing the arms either up or out to the sides. Stretching up, up, up. Taking the elbows back and down. Relaxing the hands towards the floor. If you're still using a chair, you can just put your hands on top of a chair. Relax the back of your neck. Put your hands on top of your thigh. And slowly, slowly come on up to standing. Step up. Feet beneath the hips, toes spread out. Tummy pulled in. This time we leave the right foot forward. Put the left foot back. Square the shoulders to the front. Bend that front knee. Bring the arms up, stretch up. Pull the tummy in. Whew. Take your elbows back. Slowly back, 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 and down. Slide your hands down the front leg. Relax. Let the back of your neck really be relaxed. Then put your hands back on top of your thigh. Slowly come on up to standing. Step up. Feet beneath the hips, tummy pulled in. Shoulders back and down. The right foot goes back this time. And the left foot stays forward, squaring the shoulders, pressing down the outside edge of the foot, bringing the hands up. Ugh. Bend that front knee and stretch up. Elbows back. And down, relaxing over. Taking a breath. And then slowly coming up. And stepping up. And getting the feet beneath the hips again. I'm going to start working my way down to the floor and back up again. So if you need a mat, grab it. I'm going to get mine. And I know that some of us hate getting up and down off the floor, but I need to say that if you can't get up and down off the floor, one day you're going to fall, you're going to be stuck down there, and if you're living alone, you could be days before somebody finds you. So we want to be able to get up and down off the floor anytime we like. And we have to practice it. That's a skill that goes away if it's not practiced. All right, so here I am with my feet shoulder width again. I'm bringing my arms up through the center. Now, bringing the hands behind the head, lacing the fingers, and taking the elbows back, pulling the chin in. I'm pushing the back of my head into my fingers. And then lifting the heart, looking up. Good. And now reaching up, bringing the hands down through the center. Prayer pose. Sitting into a chair. Bringing the hands to the floor and walking them out halfway up the mat. Here, taking a lot of time to slowly bring the knees down, really slowly. Coming back towards a child's pose, reaching the hands up the mat. Coming up to a plank, but first I like to go through the cat pose. So I tuck my tail around the back of my neck, pulling the core, and then come forward to half plank, really engaging the core, and lowering slowly onto the tummy. Take your time. I like to bring my hips down first. And now I'm coming up, lifting head and shoulders, doing a back extension stretch. And some people like to keep this really minimal. You need to just do what feels right for your own back when you're thinking about this. We slowly come on down. Do a lady's push-up or a half plank push-up. Go back to child's pose. Then from hands and knees or tabletop position, tuck the toes, walk the hands back through the center, and get to a forward fold position. So here I'm getting my heels underneath me, pushing my feet into the floor, relaxing the back of the neck, then bending the knees a lot, taking a breath in, and really rolling up very, very slowly. Bringing the hands up through the center, Placing the fingers behind the head, pulling in the tummy, taking the elbows back and bringing the chin in, pushing the head back into the hands, then lifting the heart, looking up, and reaching up, bringing the hands down through the center, coming into a chair. Push the tail back, keep the head and shoulders up, and then bring the hands slowly to the floor. Walk halfway up the mat, really take your time. Take a breath in. Exhale, bringing the knees really slowly down. Push the tail straight back towards child's pose. Rest here, take a breath. Come up to hands and knees or tabletop and round your back like an angry cat. Relax the back of your neck, let your head hang. Pull your tummy up in towards your spine. Then walk the hands a little bit forward, come to half plank, and engage your core. Then lower yourself very slowly into the mat. And hands under your shoulders. Here we press the hips into the floor and lift head and shoulders. It can be a little bit or it can be a lot. And you just need to do what feels really great for your back. Slowly come on down. Do a ladies push-up, half plank push-up. Go back to child's pose really slowly. Hands and knees, tabletop, walk the hands back towards the center, knees are wide. Forward fold, tucking your toes, getting your feet underneath you, and stretching the legs straighter. Bending the knees a lot. Take a breath in and then exhale, roll it up. Okay, fix the underwear, I know. It's all starting to slide. We're going to do a few lunges this time. So bring the hands up again and behind your head. Pull in your chin, take your elbows wide. Pull in your tummy, lift your heart, look at the ceiling. Take a breath. Whew. Good, slowly come to standing, reach up. We're going to get into the chair pose. Bring the hands down to your heart. Push your tail back, keep a flat back. Head and shoulders up, up, up. Get as low as you can before you bring the hands down. Walk halfway up the mat. Take a breath. And then exhale, we bring the knees down, really taking our time. Pulling in the belly. Okay, this time, step the right foot forward to the top right corner of the mat. And we'll press the hip forward a little bit. Make sure the knee's tracking straight over the toes. All right, let's take our right hand and place it on the thigh. And take the left hand and reach up. I'm coming up to 90-90 with the legs and reaching around and back. My right hand is here inside my knee, and I'm opening this, dropping that shoulder down on the left. Let's bring the hands to the floor. Come back to hands and knees. I'm going to come up to my first down dog for today. However, if I wasn't up to that, I'd just rest in child's pose instead. So I'm tucking my toes, pulling in the tummy, hovering the knees above the floor, and then bringing them up. Now I'm going to pedal my heels a little bit. And then work towards lowering the heels, pushing the tail back towards the end of the mat, pushing into the hands, really lengthening and flattening the spine. Now I'm up on my toes again and bringing the knees really slowly down towards the mat through that bear crouch. This time my left foot steps forward. And I come up with my hands on top of the left thigh, roll the shoulders back and down, bring in the chin. I want to make sure my knee is tracking over my ankle. I come forward a little bit, leave my left hand on the thigh, and then reach up. And here, coming back to 90-90 with my legs, I open the arm and draw a big circle around towards the back. Now my left hand is inside the knee, giving me a little bit of leverage. And then my hand slowly comes down towards the floor. And I go back to hands and knees. I tuck the toes. And here's where I could rest in child's pose or down dog. So I'm going for down dog today. Pushing into the hands, taking a couple of breaths. Lifting the heels and coming back down really slowly, 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 slowly. Hands and knees. Okay, I'm turning to face front. I'm going to face you now. And work on the mat side to side. I'm taking the left foot and stepping it out to the left. I'm putting the sole of the foot flat on the floor. And then the right hand is coming to the right under my right shoulder. I'm bringing my left hand to the waist and then squaring my shoulders. So I want to stack my shoulders and make sure my hand is beneath the shoulder here on the right. Okay, I'm reaching that left hand to the left and then slowly up. And then reaching it to the right and feeling a stretch that goes all the way from my wrist to my ankle. Now coming up, I'm reaching up towards the ceiling and coming up and taking my right hand and reaching up towards the ceiling again and trying to get that curve that goes all the way through the whole body. Okay, hands are coming back down to the mat. bent, so are the knees. So I'm back to tabletop, hands and knees. I'm taking my right foot, stepping to the right, and the toes point straight forward. I have the sole of my foot flat on the floor. My left hand comes to the left. And I'm working to make sure it's right under the left shoulder. Hand on the waist here on the right. I stack the shoulders. My supporting arm has a tiny bend in it. Okay, I'm reaching to the right with the right arm. Then reaching up towards the ceiling. And now stretching it all the way over to the left. And feeling the big stretch right from my wrist to my ankle, through the hip. Opening the rib cage like an accordion. And then coming up. Raising up my left hand. And sliding my right hand down, right leg, and coming to get that curving line through the body, keeping the thighs tight and strong, bringing the hands to the floor, coming back to tabletop. Next, sitting on the mat, knees bent. I'll roll back really slowly into the mat. And I'm going to hold on to one leg to help slow myself down and then take it into a stretch. So I'm holding on to my right leg behind my thigh. Shoulders are dropped. Exhaling, I'm tucking my tail and slowly coming toward the mat, letting the right leg lift, controlling it all the way down, pulling the knee in towards the heart, and stretching the opposite leg down the mat. If my back was giving me trouble and I wasn't comfortable stretching my leg down the mat, I'd leave the knee bent. Holding behind the leg, I slide my hands up my calf as I reach my leg towards the ceiling, and then move it like a windshield wiper slightly side to side. And bending the knee. I put both feet flat on the floor. Roll over to my right side. Use my hands to help me up. And I'm going to repeat all of that on the left. So now sitting up, nice and straight. Holding behind the left leg. Dropping the shoulders, bringing the chin in. I'm going to roll back really slowly with control, pulling in my tummy, rolling back very slowly. Then I stretch the right leg down the mat and give this left leg a good hug. Bring my chin in. Lengthen my spine against the mat. Pull my shoulders down and away from the ears. Placing fingers behind the left leg. I'm stretching my foot up towards the ceiling and sliding my hands up my calf. And then moving the leg side to side. like a windshield wiper. And bending the knee, bringing it back to the floor. Both knees are bent, and I'm rolling over to my left side this time, using my arms to help me sit up. This time I'm going to drop my shoulders, pull in my chin, and roll back into the mat very slowly. I'm not going to hold on to one of my legs. Exhaling back. 8, 7, 6, controlling it all the way down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm leaving the knees bent and coming to a pelvic tilt. Pressing the middle back into the mat a little bit. Then peeling the hips up, slowly lifting the hips towards the ceiling. Coming to half bridge. Taking a breath. I slide my hands up in angel wings on the floor above my head. And then slide them back down in angel wings. Bring the hips down to the mat. Bring the knees in for a hug. Lift the legs up towards the ceiling. Slide the hands up the calves. Bending the knees, bringing the feet back slowly to the floor. Keep the tummy pulled in. I'll do that one more time. Pelvic tilt, press the middle back down. Let's peel the hips up really slowly. Oh yes. And push the hips up towards the ceiling, tucking the tail. And palms up, doing angel wings against the floor, bringing the arms up and bringing the arms down. The hips slowly come back to the floor. Bring the knees in for a hug. Sometimes I like to rock the cradle while I'm here. And now taking the feet up towards the ceiling, I'm holding behind my thighs and sliding the hands up the calves. And here in a reverse forward fold. Bending the knees and putting the feet flat on the floor. Taking the arms wide in the T position. Slowly relaxing the knees to the right. Exhaling. And then inhaling back to center. And exhaling, taking the knees to the left while I look to the right. And then inhaling back to center. Exhaling to a slow, gentle twist. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling, slow, easy twist. And back to center. Bringing the knees up. Slow, easy twist to the right, look left. And back to center. Slow, easy twist, knees over to the left, eyes right. Back to center, controlling it. Repeating that again. Slow, easy twist. And center. Slow, easy twist. And center. Feet on the floor, stretching the legs down and stretching the arms up and out in a 5-pointed star. Reaching toes and fingers out in every direction, pulling in the chin. And bending the knees. Rolling onto my side. And bringing one arm behind the head. Just tucking the knees up. And getting comfortable on the mat. And taking a minute or two just to rest. Now coming back to hands and knees. I slowly use the arms to help me up. And I get hands and knees underneath me. Spreading out the fingers and tucking the toes. I'm going to come back to a deep low squat, walking my hands through the center. And I'd like to pause in the deep low squat, taking the knees wide. I like to bring my hands back to the prayer pose and breathe for a minute. And bringing my hands back to the floor, I'm going to parallel my legs and come back to a bent knee forward fold. Big bend in the knees, letting the head hang. Taking a breath. Bending the knees a lot and rolling up really slowly. I put my hands on my thighs and come halfway. And then slowly, slowly all the way up. Back to standing. Stepping back to the middle of the mat. Taking a big breath. And exhaling, bringing the hands back to the heart. And here I'd like to say thank you. I'm so glad you guys are here with me in the mornings. I don't know what I would do without you. I'm going to stop our music now.
That was great, Gail. Thank
Oh,
you.
you're so welcome, guys. How's everybody doing out there in the world?
Feels good to stretch.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was a really great workout, actually. I got my heart rate up, way up.
Good. Yeah, well, all that up and down off the floor, right? It really works you pretty hard.
Yeah, so thank you. Have a good
Thanks,
day.
Gail.
Bye, everybody. Have a good day.
Bye.
Thanks so much, Gail.
Oh, you're
was
welcome.
great.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, YouTube friends, don't forget to like and subscribe and share this with somebody who might like it. Have a good day.